Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is touting the drop in illegal crossings since President Biden's executive action on asylum seekers. This praise came while touring the southern border in Arizona today. CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez joins us now from Tucson, where this is all underway. Camilo, why is the secretary there? Why is it significant that he does this now?
Well, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas was here at the U.S. Mexico border to tout this dramatic drop in illegal crossings here along the U.S. Mexico border. Just to put it in perspective, Errol, back in December, during a record-breaking surge at the border, Border Patrol averaged 8,000 daily illegal border crossings. That number dropped to 3,800 in May, and it has now dropped further to below 2,400. So there has been a dramatic and steady reduction in illegal immigration here at the border. And Mayorkas and other U.S. officials, Errol, are crediting this sweeping executive action by President Biden on immigration for this dramatic drop in migration. That action, again, is that sweeping executive authority that he invoked to essentially shut down asylum processing here at the border when people enter the country illegally. Right now, most migrants, Errol, are banned from seeking asylum because they're entering the country illegally, and U.S. officials can now deport them more quickly to Mexico or to their home countries without any asylum processing. It is important to note, Errol, too, that there are other factors at play here. The Mexican government has been staging an aggressive crackdown against U.S.-bound migrants by stopping people from boarding trains and buses that would take them closer to the U.S. And also the temperatures here are increasing rapidly, and it is very dangerous, often deadly, to cross the border in this sweltering heat.
And considering all of that, Camilo, and where you are now, you're giving us a great walk through this facility where behind you we see this border protection helicopter. What resources is the government using, and has anything changed since this executive order was issued as far as resources available?
No, policy here at the border has changed dramatically. Make no mistake about it, Errol. Right now, as I just mentioned, most migrants who are crossing into the U.S. are now not eligible for asylum because they're entering the country between ports of entry. Most of those migrants, except unaccompanied children and others who may have a medical condition, are now banned from asylum. Only asylum seekers who are getting an appointment through a smartphone app known as CBP One can request asylum at official border crossings. These are the so-called ports of entry. The asylum system is still open to those migrants at these official border crossings, but along the Rio Grande in Texas and the desert here in Arizona, New Mexico, and California, migrants are no longer eligible for asylum. It is important to note, though, that this executive action is having a somewhat limited impact on migrants from China and other Eastern Hemisphere countries, like countries in Africa and Asia, because it is harder, Errol, to deport people there because of diplomatic and operational reasons. So some migrants are still being released, but people from Mexico and Central America right now are facing immediate expulsion from the U.S.
And Camilo, give us a sense of where you are now, this facility, and how it plays into everything you've just laid out.
Yeah, well, this is a facility by CBP, Customs and Border Protection, inside of an Air Force base here in the Tucson area that CBP uses to surveil the border, to monitor Border Patrol operations, and to make sure that they can arrest people who are trying to evade capture, because it is important to underscore that while most of the migrants we have seen cross the border illegally in recent years are actively looking for agents to begin the asylum process and surrendering themselves to agents, some migrants, Errol, are actively trying to evade federal detection and apprehension and are trying to get into the country surreptitiously by going through the desert and other remote areas. And these helicopters are the units and the aircraft that CBP launches to detect those people. They're also the units that respond to migrants in distress. As I just outlined earlier, the conditions here are very harsh. There is a lot of treacherous terrain here, and the temperatures are increasing very dramatically. And so there is a real risk right now that more migrants could perish crossing the U.S. Mexico border. In fact, in fiscal year 2022, nearly 900 migrants died crossing this border. That is a record high.
Wow. Camilo Montoya-Galvez, a perilous condition for those crossing the border and also for the officers trying to keep people safe. We appreciate your update. Thanks so much.